Well, hello YouTube, it's me, Fortmaster, and welcome to Crying Suns. This is one of those games that I had in my Steam library that I don't actually remember buying, and considering it says I bought this 2 years ago, that's no surprise. Never played it, but that obviously changes now. Yeah, so apparently it's a type of roguelike. From what I saw, this definitely looks really fun. Looks really cool. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm getting into. I think I saw some things in with hex-based space combat or whatever, but let's get into this. Elise, Idaho. Where am I? A dwarf planet on the outer rim. Most call it Gina, if they call it anything at all. This, Admiral, is a top-secret cloning facility for the Imperial forces, the one and only of its kind. I am Caliban, its Omni Guardian. I don't understand. You have died, Admiral. Or, to put it another way, the true version of you has died. So that's where the roguelite elements come in. Okay. You are his clone, identical to the original Eli's Idaho in every possible way, with some minor differences. When did Admiral Idaho die? How? Unfortunately, I do not know the details of my clones' lives, as interesting as they must be. Extraneous to my directives, I believe. Which leads me to why I've awoken you. You must be curious, after all. I need your help. A machine asking for my help. Now I truly feel strange. Not just a machine, Admiral. An Omni. Short for Omni-Mechanical Neon Intelligence. Emperor Oberon invented us. Now your kind relies on us for just about everything. I'll come right out with it. I believe the Empire is in danger. In danger? What in the name of Oberon are you talking about? In the name of Oberon. So either they worship him as, some say, it's sort of deity, or... Once every 4 years, under the most secretive of protocols, I receive a single transmission from Elysium, our capital. Those transmissions stopped arriving. So you send a transmission yourself. I don't see the problem. That's just it. I can't. This facility was built in such a way to prevent it from initializing contact with the Empire, to help keep it secret. Something is wrong. I am certain of it, and I've awoken you so that we can fly out of here in an Omega-class battleship no less, and see for ourselves. We? I believe you'll find my intelligence indispensable for our mission, Admiral. I don't have your kind's limitations. If you're so smart, what do you need me for? Why don't you command the battleship? Because of Oberon's Rubicon. It prohibits Omnis from commanding battleships. War is a human prerogative. Also, since I can assume the clones here are the best of the best, that would make you the best admiral to ever exist. I'd say you're perfect for the job. I'll do it, machine, for Oberon and the Empire. It's my duty as an imperial admiral. Excellent. Now just one more thing. Standard operation procedure requires I ask. Can you recall any of your emotional memories? Emotional memories? Any memory linked to a strong emotion like love or hate. These memories, because of their complex neural pathways, will be a bit trickier for you to access, I'm afraid. I'm not sure. Then, if you would do me the honor of trying to recall one, any emotional memory will do. I can't. So much is blurred, broken apart. Don't worry, Admiral. Perfectly normal for this stage. You'll find rational memories, on the other hand, those linked to Idaho's training and combat experiences, almost immediately accessible. Just ask if you need a refresher. Lastly, and this is important, if these emotional memories return, rather when they return, you must tell me immediately. It's important for your safety. Yes, your safety. Do you understand? I understand. Okay, that's... okay. Perfect. Now, let me wake the rest of the crew, shall we? We don't have a moment to waste. And please, Admiral. What is it now, machine? Call me Caliban. Okay. Genea Battleship Omega Crafter Interface. Huh. Okay, let's just do normal, okay. Can I? No, I guess literally the first time I'm playing, I can't do anything. Yeah. This is patched. Choose your officers. So emergency repair. So you have an auto. You make auto regen. You sell things better. You better fighters, and fighters better damage. You know what? I think I'll go with the auto regen. What are these? Applies to hull. Okay, yeah, okay. And what are these skills? Persuade. Yeah, I'll go with you. Sure. Ah, okay, here we go. These systems, counted icon, represent the battleship's main systems. An officer needs to be assigned to each to a system compatible with their special ability to use it. In case of critical damage in a battleship systems, all officers in the system will repair it with no capability issue. So we got hull, squadrons, and weapons. And then the skills, we have piloting, flight, demolition, persuasion, sharp senses, discretion, erudition, hack, and engineering. Okay, and these are for planetary expeditions. So you're gonna. So you have persuasion and discretion. You have sharp sense and discretion. You have persuasion, sharp sense. You have piloting and demolition. Okay, I'm going to stick with you. So, it says spy. Spy. So all of you, except for you, so all three of these would be classified as spy. Again, let's stick with you. How do I start? Oh, okay, I can select two. So wait, I don't want to double up on skills. You, and let's bring the soldier as well. Okay. And that's a cool design. I like it. These are the sectors of the Outer Rim, Admiral. The farthest sections from the capital there are. If there was a wasteland in the Empire, this would be it. Strange. I'm not picking up other omnis. Even out here, I should pick up a dozen of them. Let's try not to overreact, machine. It's probably nothing. The Empire has run flawlessly for how many years now? 700. Yeah, but there's always the thing. What is it? Oh, I'm forgetting who said it, but somebody said bankruptcy, no matter what kind, happens slowly and then suddenly. It could have been running good, but just slowly things falling apart, not being repaired quite, and then everything just falls apart suddenly. And it will for hundreds more. So a 1,000-year Reich, eh? Now come on, let's take a look around. This is the entrance. Okay. So anomalies, signals are riskier events, offering very positive or very negative outcomes. You won't know which type the event is, negative or positive, until arriving at the signal, yeah. So, oh, this is like, FTL, okay. So we got Omniforge. Grand Signal, what's an Omniforge? So I guess there's one anomaly here. Ooh. What do we have here, Lieutenant? It appears to be some kind of cube-like refinery, sir. Lieutenant Hawks. It's a Neon N hypercube. Omni-tech for the simultaneous harvesting and refining of neutronium from nearby stars. Interesting. It's not, if not downright bizarre, this cube isn't connected to the fold net. How could that be? Why aren't there hypercube omnis trying to reconnect it as we speak? Huh. Certain things are still blurry to me, machine. What do you want to know? Neon. Talk about Neo-N. Hundreds of years ago, pre-Omni times, the first advanced machines discovered the existence of the final element, neutronium, which exists usually, but not always, in stars. Neutronium is extremely volatile in its natural state, but these advanced machines stabilized and improved upon it, providing the most powerful and long-lasting energy source yet, neo-neutronium, or Neo-N. Neo-N, in turn, allowed for these first machines to create an even more advanced machine, the Omni. An algorithm of Omni beyond. Though, I find it funny that Omni has Omni in the title. It doesn't sound right. But I thought you told me Oberon invented the Omnis. I did. You're absolutely right, but technically it's not entirely true. Oberon invented the first advanced machines, which in turn, thanks in part to their creation of Neo-N, invented the Omnis. Neo-N, in its refined state, is the perfect energy source, stable and almost boundless in its energy field. As a result, it's used in just about all Omni tech, as humans stopped inventing tech hundreds of years ago. Oh no, we're in that kind of future, eh? Lastly, what's important about Neo-N is that our very own battleship, the NS Odyssey, uses it, and without it, we can't go anywhere. What do you want to know? Fold net? Yeah. Tell me about the fold net. As you probably recall by now, Admiral, the Omnis have invented and managed imperial tech more or less since the dawn of the Empire. The FoldNet, arguably our greatest achievement, forms the backbone of the Empire. Think of it as a global galactic network, allowing instant data and or matter transmission through its numerous interconnected folders and beacons. And without the constant vigilance and management of FoldNet omnis, none of it would be possible, and humanity would live as a fragmented in a fragmented, chaotic darkness. Needless to say, it's important. Okay, it's about folders. Folders? Let me see if I can explain this in the way that you could possibly understand. In the earliest days of the Empire, at a speed of 100 times that light, Intersice offered the fastest space travel available. It was fast, don't get me wrong, but traveling from cluster to cluster could still take decades. To assist Empire administration, and just because we could, the Omnis invented a means to travel from 2 points in space instantaneously. The folders. Folding space-time, okay. Yes, each folder, several kilometers across, is linked or paired with another folder through the process of... This is going to be really difficult to explain to a non-quantum computing entity. Essentially, all you need to know is that these paired folders collapse and or fold space for a very brief moment of time so as to join 2 points of space previously unjoined. Without the folders, Oberon could never have grown the Empire, nor kept it together for the 700 years that he has. So, is Oberon still alive, or are we having a 40k sort of God Emperor sort of thing going on right now? Except without the Mechanicus, we have actual machines. Each folder is run by an Omni. These Omnis are cleverly known as folder Omnis. Without them, the folder simply cannot work. Lastly, in order to reach Elysium, the Empire's capital, on our journey, we will have to use several folders. But why can't we just teleport to Elysium directly? We are deep in the Outer Rim. The few folders paired with Elysium will be found only in very important hubs. We'll need to reach those first. Okay, beacons, I'm guessing those, okay. The FoldNet beacons, which are more likely encountered in our journey, function as repeaters, amplifying all FoldNet data transmitted through the clusters. Beacons allow the Empire citizens, even if they live out here in the Rim, and are, for all intents and purposes, socially and culturally irrelevant, to receive and send information in the galaxy instantly. Oberon believed that everyone has a right to instantaneous information and the materials in his sector. Quite debatable, if you ask me. What is Intersice? Intersice is another omni-invented tech, one of the first great inventions, and one developed long before the folders. With their Intersice tech, Omnis created an empty space dimension between the ones we know, what we call a tunnel, where the universal light speed behaves, let's say, differently. In an interstitial tunnel, it's possible to reach up to 100 times the speed of light, a speed that allows your kind to colonize their nearest stars. However, interstitial travel still has its limitations. For example, at its speed, it would take 750 years to travel from one end of the Empire to the other, a period of time greater than the age of the Empire itself, hence the need for folders. However, the Intersice is sufficient for traveling intercluster and within that cluster's sectors. Okay. Well, let's send a team down to investigate the cube finally. Captain Lynch, form a small squadron, fly around the cube, and tell me what you see. On it, sir. Sir, the Omni was right. The cube isn't connected to the fold net, and by the looks of it, it hasn't been connected in years. Just a guess here, but I'd say it looks like it's been disconnected for maybe 10, 15 years? 10 or 15 years. At least, sir. Could the Empire have, I don't know, disconnected it on purpose? I don't think so, Admiral. I'm not a cube Omni myself, but cubes are complex tech needing constant supervision. Disconnecting it would make it all but impossible. And the neon levels? Empty, sir. There's no neon left whatsoever. It looks like whoever came before us took it all. We won't be fueling here. The reserves might be empty, but there could still be some residual neon coursing through the cube. I should be able to unlock the final restraints so that we could scavenge the leftovers. It won't be much, but it will help our efforts. There, we should be able to scavenge neon fuel here now, but that'll be the last of it in this cube. All suns have neon cubes, where you have a chance to scavenge some precious leftover fuel. Okay, let's scavenge. We got one. Okay. Neon, scrap, and commandos. Okay. Sir, battleship, 12 o'clock. Oh, okay. What kind of battleship, Lieutenant? I can't say, sir. I've never seen a ship like that in all my service. Incoming transmission. Imperial battleship made from Talos Tech. My mouth is watering. Grub. This is Admiral Idaho from the Imperial Fleet. Stand down, Captain. This is an Imperial sector you find yourself in. Imperial sector? That's funny, Imp. There is a rebellion. Battle's imminent. Good luck, Captain. Oh, okay. You need to deploy officers during fights. Some officers have special abilities, yada yada yada. There are 3 systems: squadron, weapon, and hull, so be careful. Yeah, okay. Squadron essential. That's how to protect your ship and destroy the enemy. To deploy squadron, click the plus sign. Empty dock. Now second dock will be locked until you've learned the basics. Oh, okay. Use your weapons to gain decisive advantage on the battleship. Weapons can be deployed by clicking the plus. Okay. Your neurocom can be also accelerate your thoughts to the point where time practically stands still. Press space. Okay. Drones. Oh, good! Okay, good. Okay, let's take out their squadron. At least try to take out their squadron capabilities. Come on. Oh, your weapons have finished charging and ready to fire. Click on select target on the battleship to deal damage to your enemies. Fire! Victory! Good job, Admiral. We got 59 scrap. What was that thing? I don't know, Lieutenant, and I'm not sure I want to either. Yeah, rebellion, that's it. Imperial outpost, sir. It seems abandoned. Any heat signatures? Not a single one. Seems empty of all human life. How about omnipresence? We should, they should be here managing the station, no? They should, and no, I'm not detecting any. This is getting stranger and stranger. Try to contact the outpost. Have you make any contact with somebody, human or not, inside? Of course, Admiral. Sorry, sir. If there's anyone inside, they're not answering. What do you want to do about the outpost, Admiral? Anything to know about it? Maybe just a run-of-the-mill Imperial outpost, Admiral. There are outposts. Okay. Okay, send a team of commandos into the outpost for a closer look. Lean, form a small team, and check it out. Got it, sir. Sir, the outpost is empty. Seems like it was abandoned years ago. If I had to guess, probably around the time the hypercube back there was disconnected from the foldnet. Looks like someone came here, though, took the most valuable Omni parts, Neo-N encapsulators, Prozon trips, and left the rest behind. Scavenging Omni parts? Who would do such a thing? That's capital offense. One the Pragma execute you for. Hold on, sir. I'm getting transmission. My commandos have found something, an Omni, intact from top to bottom. Is it functional? That's a negative, sir. It was in lower power. Whoever was here left it before. Guess whoever was here before us didn't go down this far. Might have needed high clearance to get in. Admiral Examiner, Captain okay. Caliban, okay, accessing Omni mainframe. And strange, its exoframe is perfectly intact. It has plenty of Neo-N, and its positron chip seems to be in place. It should be up and running. I don't get it. Any idea when it shut down? According to the chip, 12 years ago. Roughly the time the hypercube was unlinked from the foldnet. Now let's continue on. I don't need to know about the memories. They'll come back. Game machine, I'll admit something is wrong, at least in the outer rim. I don't want to further worry you, but our battleship's heuretics are detecting an anomaly at our next destination.